What's up guys, Cliff here from the Sunday Drive, and today we're going to show you how to install an MST intake in this 2021 Supra. So we are working on this 2021 Supra. We have a whole bunch of other mods we did on it already today, so be sure to check those out on the channel. But in this video, we're going to be showing you how to install this upgraded MST intake. As with all of our videos, the parts and tools will be linked down in the description. And anytime you go through our links to purchase a part, it gives us a little bit of a kickback and helps us out and helps us to keep bringing videos like this to you guys. So we really appreciate it. Without any further ado, let's get started. First thing, let's go ahead and remove the motor cover. This is just gonna pop right off. We're gonna remove this brace right here. This is held in by two E14 bolts. And I like to start all my bolts by hand, get them loose. And same for putting them back on. You wanna finish tightening them up by hand. First thing we're gonna do is remove this air box. We're gonna remove the sensor right here. It has a little tab. You're gonna pop this tab up right here and then press down on that same tab, and that will wiggle right out. Take a flathead screwdriver and loosen this clamp. And then this entire air box is held in by rubber grommets. So you're just gonna pry up on this, and again, if your motor's hot right now, there is a heat shield right here, so just be careful as that will be pretty warm. Now some of the grommets may come out, like this rubber one right here. There's another rubber one right there. That one stayed in place. So if any of them come out, you can just reinstall them. Now you're gonna wanna take your old intake and transfer the sensor from this to your new one. This is held in by a T20 Torx. All right, that comes out. Now install the sensor into the new intake tube, and it will only go in one way. Then you're gonna take the provided hardware and tighten this down. Then you're going to use a 3mm Allen key to snug it up. With a screwdriver, you need to open this spring clamp down here, and I'll show you how that is. So here's the spring clamp, and basically it latches on to this clip right there. So by taking a screwdriver through, you can pry it off, or you can push from one side and then pry up and it'll release. All right. And there's the top part of our inlet removed. Now we can take our silicone coupler and slide that on top of the inlet. We can take one of the provided clamps from MST, slide that down, and then we're gonna tighten that up. What I like to use when working in tight spaces like this is this 90-degree adapter. I'll have that linked in the description. Just makes getting to screws like this a breeze. Make sure the clamp has a good seat all the way around. And once you have it snug, finish it up with a screwdriver. Loosen that a little bit. We need to remove these two push pins right here because one of the screw mounts for the intake is right underneath of this cover. So take a pry tool like so. There you go. Should just be able to lift up and get those to pop free. And that bolt we need to access is right there. And we're going to loosen this bolt with a 13mm wrench. And we're going to set this down in place, lift that up out of the way. Snug that back up. Reinstall the push pins. All right, you're gonna take the two large washers, the bolt and nut. Now you can either push the bolt down through the top or feed it up through the bottom. It's gonna be a little bit easier if you go ahead and feed that through the bottom, because then you can actually see what you're doing with the nut. Now put a 12mm wrench on the bolt and use a 13mm wrench on the nut. Take the intake pipe, feed that in, rotate that around. Grab your trusty clamp. Slip that over. All right. Now I'm gonna hold off on tightening that up until I have everything lined up in here to make sure that we're in the right place. Slip your air intake on top. Now there is a silver part, try to have that down. All right, that fits in nice. Now we're gonna snug these clamps up. Go ahead and connect your sensor back in. And last but not least, now we can install the cover. Now it can take a little bit of finagling to get all of these started. I suggest starting in this back corner right here and working your way around, and then tighten them down with a 3mm Allen key. And then don't forget to go ahead and reinstall the cross brace right here. All right, so there's the MST intake installed. And as we mentioned, we'll have the link to this part down in the description. If you guys have any comments or questions, please let us know. And as we said, we have a lot of videos on this Supra and a lot of other cars on the channel. So we hope you check some of those out, and we'll see you guys back here next time.